Alright, well, I've got the VFD connected up, got it today. I've also got the remote tachometer set up, and in these vice grips down here I've got the sensor for the tach. I've got the magnet just taped onto the shaft of the motor. Here's the motor tag for anyone who's interested in the specs. You can pause the video and jot down the information from the tag. If you're interested in the VFD, I'll put a link in the description below. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and fire this baby up and see what it'll do. So I'm going to put it in run, the green button here, and just go ahead and start it up here. There's about 15 hertz. The tach's telling me I'm about 462 RPM. The tach seems to run a little bit off. It says 462. If I change the display on my VFD, it's telling me 433. So we're about 30-ish RPM faster on the external tach. If I speed this up to 912, I have 972 over there. And if we go ahead and take it up to full speed at 60 hertz, it's 1690 RPM. It says 1800. After a little bit of thought, it occurred to me that my tachometer settings on the VFD are based on the motor speed on the motor tag. And since I had it set to 1690, I assumed that the motor tag was correct. But I had a discrepancy between the VFD RPM display and the my external tach. So I've got another tach here, a little handheld, and I put a piece of reflective tape on the shaft here. So I'm just going to fire this thing up and double check it. We'll just run it all the way up to 60 hertz. And right there it says 1800. And if I come down here, oops, let's keep it on target. There we go. 1798, 1800, 1801. So I'm within a couple RPM. So the motor tag is apparently wrong. So what I did was I went back into the VFD settings, and now when I hit the display button and go to RPM, it says 1800. Which reads along with my external tach. Now I've got it set to 1.5 seconds for deceleration and I think 2 seconds for acceleration. So right now I'm going to pull back here and I'm going to hit reverse. It just changed directions. We're at 900 RPM. Reverse. Now we're going the other way, which is actually forward again. So overall, everything seems to be working. I'm pretty happy with it. On to the next stage of the project. Something I forgot to show on my VFD is that it has a removable faceplate. And you can put an extension cable. I think they start at like 1 meter and go up to, I don't know, some fairly long, 10 feet or something. So I could mount this out on the control panel of the machine and still have this enclosed in a box somewhere protected. Having the keypad mounted on the machine would be kind of handy for parameter changes, and although it'll show RPM if I use the display option, it'll be RPM for the motor, not for the spindle, so it'll be less useful for that. I wanted to apologize for the handheld nature of this video. Normally I use a tripod and a camcorder, and this video I had to shoot with my phone because I loaned my camcorder and tripod to our shop teacher at school. Inventables is giving away an X-Carve machine, one to every state, and to schools. So they're competing for this, and they have to go through a series of uh, writing a lesson plan, doing a video about it, and some other things. And I thought it would be nice if the school could get an X-carve donated to them this way. So I wanted to make sure that they had the equipment to participate. So I apologize for the video. I hate handheld video, but that was all I had at the time.